Well, the celebration of a Dominican pride does not end just because the parade was yesterday. We're continuing the party with award-winning Dominican author Cleyvis Natera. She has a new book called The Grand Paloma Resort, and Cleyvis joins us now. Welcome to New York Living.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Are you? Are you? We don't like the phony. We want you to be truly excited. No, I'm kidding.
I'm so excited I could fall over
Don't
right
fall
now.
over. No, we like you too much. Don't fall over. So I was reading a little bit about this book and a little bit about your previous book, I have to Nuda on the Park, right?
Yes.
And both of them are thrillers, right?
Well, no, my first book was just literary fiction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's a little romance in it. There's things going on.
There's a little romance, and it is like a suspenseful, quicker pace of a book.
Right.
But it's not as much of a thriller as this one.
This one's a true thriller, though, right?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to wait to see what readers think.
Yes. Tomorrow's the day?
Tomorrow it comes out.
How are you feeling?
I feel like really emotional about it.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, you know, my first book, it took me 15 years from when I started writing it to publication. And I was lucky enough that this book was bought before I finished writing it.
Oh, nice.
So it was a completely different process for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I did start writing it 5 years ago, but, you know, I was writing it as short stories to begin with.
Okay.
And so it's just really exciting. I also feel really emotional because as a Dominican person, I write in English. And the book is coming out in Spanish, and it's the first time my mom's going to be able to read my work.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's so special.
What's like a little synopsis? Not giving too much away. What's the book about? Like a little synopsis.
So, yeah, the book is about two sisters who work in a luxury resort in the Dominican Republic. It takes place over the course of 1 week, so you're on vacation with me for 1 week.
I love it.
And it's about the two sisters really trying to find a better life and find their way off of this resort.
Interesting.
That's crazy. Do you think it's going to help tourism? Like, are people going to read the book and then want to go to the Dominican Republic?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the Dominican Republic is the most beautiful place in the world.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a well-traveled cat. I mean, I have been like all over the world, Bora Bora, Singapore. I've traveled through Europe, Latin America, South America. I think the Caribbean is the most beautiful region in the world, and I consider my island to be the best.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I tried to do as I was writing this book was really to make my island proud.
Love that.
Love it.
And you came to New York City at 10 from the Dominican Republic.
I did.
So do your books kind of reflect your own personal like transitions and struggles and things like that you had to kind of get through when you moved here?
Yeah, I mean, my first book for sure is a story about a mother-daughter living here in New York City in a neighborhood like Washington Heights. And that, for me, was really a lot of the connection points had to do with like my upbringing here in New York City and going to school and going to, you know, college and everything like that. I think this one, because it takes place in the Dominican Republic, there is a cameo in New York.
Yeah.
But I definitely think for me, like, my culture is really important. Being Dominican is something that I'm very proud of. Being a Latina is important. Being an immigrant is important. And so for me, I always try to imbue all my work with that pride.
What do you hope readers take away from this once they're finished, they've gotten through it in just a day?
Well, that's such a good question. First of all, I want people to feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just a really difficult time that we're living through. And, you know, the more I think about it, what has always brought me to books and literature is that I think it helps us understand the world and our place in it. And so for me, like, I really hope that people read this book, find an escape, enjoy themselves, because it's a fast-paced book. It's also about love and about community. And so I think, you know, it's also sexy.
I was going to say, is it a little spicy?
There's
a little
spice. I mean, it wouldn't be Dominican without a little spice. So I definitely think that this is a book that will help people kind of escape the weight of the world. And at the same time, for those who want to do more thinking, I think it's also a book that really has a lot of depth and a lot of layering. And so I hope readers enjoy themselves and enjoy my perspective of what it means to work at a resort, to be a tourist at a resort, and that they end up wanting to go to the Dominican Republic.
It sounds like there's so many layers to this book.
Yeah.
So much to it.
And there's an article that came out that women find the sexiest quality in a man is a man who reads.
I just want to tell men that anytime I see a man with this particular book, they are like 100% more attractive. So I mean, I think they should just like carry it along with them, even if you're not planning to read it.
Instant sex appeal.
It's like sitting, you know, Central Park and just open the book and
the
girls will be flocking.
Tell your friends.
Hello.
Yep,
Ooh, I
spread
heard
the
that
word.
one.
I love that.
Cleyvis, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you for
When's
having
the book comes out
us.
tomorrow, you said, right?
It comes out tomorrow.
exciting.
Great. You
Thank
said it
so much.
available everywhere. Books are sold tomorrow. The Grand Paloma Resort, a thriller, fun,
Spicy.
and instant sex appeal
Spicy.
for all men folk out there that want to get a good book.
So if you're single, buy it.
Or not.
Or
Just
not
want some
single.
nice attention.
Right? There you go.
Yeah.